Hi Aries, welcome to Sanghaya. My name is Angel, and if you're new here, welcome in. I'm really glad this video found you today. So sit back, relax, breathe for a second because we're about to talk about something huge that's been shifting in your energy field. You know how you've been feeling lately, like something is about to break open, or like you're finally done repeating the same old cycle that keeps showing up in different people, different situations, same exact lesson. Yeah, that. The universe is stepping in right now to break a long standing karmic pattern in your life, one you might not even realize you've been carrying for years. Now, this isn't just another reading. Okay, this is something. This is a moment of clarity, a moment of release, and honestly, a moment of freedom. So, if you've been feeling stuck, drained, confused, or like you've outgrown your old self, trust me, this message is going to hit. So, you can grab your coffee, water, your tea, or whatever you're relaxing with, because we're diving deep into what karmic cycles is ending for you and what beautiful new chapter is already trying to begin. So let's get into it. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus placements. Aries, wow. These cards are loud today. It's like Spirit grabbed a megaphone and said, listen, we're not repeating this cycle anymore. All right, Aries, so let's break down everything that's coming through. All right, first you have the first oracle card, step into divine timing. It says here in the card, what's meant for you won't pass you by. Trust the delays, they're aligning your path. All right, so Aries, this card hits in in a very real way, all right, because you're someone who's naturally fast moving, right? Impulsive in the best way, all right, and action oriented. So when you want something, you go for it, you push, you initiate, you make things happen. So when life slows down, when the universe puts things on hold, when someone maybe pulls away, I hope you can see the cards, even if I lay it down here like this. Okay. So again, when someone pulls away, or when a plan gets delayed, or when something feels like it's dragging endlessly, it makes you feel like you're losing momentum, right? Or losing opportunities or wasting time. But here's the truth Spirit wants you to hear. Your path wasn't blocked, it was being adjusted. Not denied, not taken away, not you messed up kind of vibe, that kind of vibe, just adjusted. So this delay, or those delays, were actually a detour into your alignment. You weren't ready yet, or they weren't ready yet, or the conditions weren't in place, or more healing needed to happen, or you needed to outgrow a version of yourself first. Now, divine timing is like the universe saying, slow down. Let me sync this with the version of you that you're becoming, not the version you're leaving behind. And here's something deep. If that opportunity came earlier, you would have taken it from a place of fear, lack, or woundedness, right? Now, you'll take it from a place of clarity, maturity, emotional strength, healthy self-worth, intuition, and spiritual alignment. Now, divine timing is not punishment, Aries. It's protection. And I feel like a lot of you, if not some of you, already know that, right? You didn't lose anything. You didn't miss anything. You didn't fall behind. In fact, the delay protected you from choosing someone misaligned, jumping into something too fast, settling for less, repeating a karmic loop, and or sabotaging a blessing before you were ready. Spirit is saying what's meant for you, Aries, you cannot be taken from you, no matter who tries, no matter what happened. Okay, and what isn't meant for you will fall away no matter how hard you cling, right? So this delay is actually, or that delay was actually, or is actually a blessing disguised as frustration. Now let's talk about deeper message behind this card for you, Aries. Okay, you were being slowed down, so you didn't specifically sabotage your own blessing. All right, so your passion and impulse are beautiful. It's your superpower, Aries, but sometimes you jump before the ground is ready. And this time, Spirit needed the soil to be stable before you planted anything in it. And the universe was removing certain people, habits, and energies from your path. You couldn't move forward with old wounds, old patterns, draining relationships, people who couldn't meet you halfway, or situations where you were doing all the work. Divine timing allowed these things to fall away first, and you needed clarity before receiving what's next. Your next chapter, Aries, requires emotional clarity, maturity, self awareness, and inner alignment. The old version of you wouldn't have known how to handle this blessing. Now you will. And you were being positioned, not postponed. Doors didn't close, they were being remodeled. Spirit was aligning the right place for you, the right timing, the right people, the right opportunities, the right mindset, and the right emotional state. So your next chapter doesn't just happen, it thrives. So Aries, you didn't fall behind. You didn't miss your shot. You didn't make a mistake. You're not late. You're actually right on time. Spirit slowed your life down because your blessing needed to meet the stronger, wiser, healed version of you, not the one who has or was carrying emotional wounds and old karmic cycles. Your whole reality is aligning behind the scenes. The moment you stop chasing is the moment everything started moving in your favor. Divine timing is the universe saying, prepare yourself, Aries. What's meant for you is already on its way. And this time you won't have to struggle for it. Right, let's move on to the next card. You have shape your future. It says here, you are the creator of your future. Make choices that reflect your highest self. All right, Aries, this card is basically saying, hey, step back into your power. You're not waiting for the future, you're building it. And honestly, Aries, this energy is so aligned with your nature, right? You are a fire sign. You're a pioneer, right? You're the one who leads, not the one who follows. But something important is happening here. You're no longer shaping your future from survival mode. You're shaping it from consciousness. And this is the biggest shift. Before, a lot of your decisions came from being hurt, being overwhelmed, feeling alone, wanting to prove yourself, needing validation, rushing into things because you didn't want to feel stuck, maybe, or choosing quick fixes over long term alignment. Now, Spirit is saying you're building your future from emotional clarity, not from emotional pain. This is a major karmic reset. Now, if you look at this card, Aries, The imagery shows someone literally laying down stepping stones, right? Brick by brick, choice by choice, intention by intention. So this shows you are not walking a present path anymore. You're not reliving old patterns anymore. You're not reacting to life anymore. You're intentionally creating the path ahead. This is conscious manifestation, not impulsive survival. Now, Aries, this means that you are taking your power back. You're no longer letting fear, guilt, obligation, other people's opinions, past mistakes, trauma, pressure dictate your decisions. Now you're asking, what actually feels right to me? What kind of future do I want? What supports my peace? What helps me grow? What honors my worth? These questions are shaping your new timeline, and your choices are becoming cleaner, wiser, and more aligned. This time, you're choosing your peace, your emotional health, your boundaries, your long term growth, relationships with mutual energy, careers that don't drain you, and environments where you can breathe and expand. This is the universe acknowledging you've matured spiritually. Now your decisions will reflect it. And you are stepping into the architect role of your destiny. Aries, you're not waiting for a miracle. You are the miracle. You are the catalyst. You are the decision maker. You are the one who finally says, this ends with me. This starts with me. This card shows you consciously breaking cycles by choosing differently than before. Every choice you make now, whether it's love, career, money, or healing, it's creating a ripple effect in your future timeline. This is huge. And you are aligning with your higher self instead of your old self. Aries, your old self made decisions out of fear, rushing, emotional trigger, needing approval, avoiding rejection. Your higher self make decisions out of clarity now, intuition, grounding, wisdom, emotional balance, and self-love. This shift changes everything, Aries. It changes what you attract, it changes who you attract, and it changes what stays in your life, and it changes what naturally falls away. So, Aries, you are no longer at the mercy of fate. You're no longer letting life happen to you. You are stepping into your role as a co creator of your reality. You are rewriting your story now. You are restructuring your path. You are choosing the future you want, not what life pushed you into before. The universe is saying you are entering a chapter where you're fully conscious of what you're creating. Your intentions are shaping your destiny more powerfully than ever, Aries. And every aligned choice you make now is breaking a karmic loop from your past. This is you stepping into self mastery. This is you building a future that finally honors who you truly are. And the most beautiful part, your future is no longer being shaped by your wounds, okay? It's being shaped by your healing. Now let's move on to the next card. You have understand karmic returns. Now, what it says here in the card, Aries, what you send out into the universe comes back. Be mindful of your energy. Now, Aries, this is one of the most important cards in your whole spread because it reveals the root of the karmic cycle you're breaking right now. Most people hear karma and think punishment, but that's not what this card is about. This is about energetic cause and effect. What you put out eventually circles back, right? And what you what well, not instantly, not dramatically, but consistently, right? But here's the plot twist, Aries. You haven't been receiving what you've given. I feel like, if not a lot of you, some of you, Aries, you've given your time, your energy, your love, your support, and you didn't get the same energy back, right? You poured into people who didn't know how to pour into you. You helped folks who disappeared when you needed help, and you carried burdens for others who wouldn't lift a finger for you. You stayed loyal to people who weren't loyal to you. You did the right thing even when others didn't. Spirit is now showing me this very clearly. Your karmic return was blocked because you were surrounded by people who took from you without reciprocating. That imbalance ends now. Okay. Now this card shows a drop, right? Like a drop falling into still water, creating or like a stone. Like, or maybe this is a drop. Or maybe like a stone thrown into the water and creating ripples. Now, this is symbolic of your actions, your intentions, your thoughts, your emotional energy, your boundaries, your self worth. Everything creates a ripple. And Spirit is saying your ripples are finally coming back to you, but as blessings, not burdens. You've sent out kindness, you've sent out strength, you've sent out healing, you've sent out honesty, you've sent out effort, you've sent out love. Now those ripples are returning in a new form. So, what this card really means for you right now, Aries, is that your good karma is coming back with interest. Every time you forgave someone who didn't apologize, loved someone who wasn't ready, helped someone who didn't help you, showed compassion when you were hurting, acted with integrity when others didn't, keep going when you were exhausted, Spirit recorded all of that. You didn't do it for reward, but the reward is coming anyway. Wow. And the energy thieves are being removed from your path. This is where the karmic cycle breaks. You were giving into connections that drained you. That's why your good karma couldn't return. You were surrounded by takers, not givers. Now the universe is cutting the cord to those people, situations, and patterns. You're being positioned around people who match your energy, not just receive it. And you are becoming more mindful of what you allow. This card is a message of discernment as well. Spirit is saying everything you give creates a ripple. So be mindful of where you pour and who you pour into. You are learning to choose healthier environments, people with balanced energy, relationships that give back, and commitments that honor your worth, and opportunities that expand you. No more self sacrifice, right? Aries, no more emotional labor without reciprocity, and no more being the only one trying. Another is you are seeing the truth about your past choices. Now, this card triggers reflection as well. Who got the best of you? Who drained you? Who returned your energy? Who took without giving? Who matched your effort? Who was worth it? Who wasn't? Spirit is guiding you to make different choices moving forward, Aries. That's how karmic cycles break. Aries, you are entering a phase where what you truly deserve is returning. What wasn't aligned is falling away. Your energy is no longer leaking into the wrong places. Your kindness is coming back multiplied. Your efforts are being visible. Your intentions are being rewarded. Your patience is being acknowledged. And your heart is being protected. You're stepping into karmic alignment where life finally mirrors the purity and strength of the energy you've been giving out for years. This card is not a warning, it's a reassurance. Aries, your karma is clean. Your intentions are pure. Your blessings are already on their way back to you. And this time, they won't miss you. All right, let's move on to the next card. You have the Heal Emotional Trauma. It says here in the card, Aries, you survived what hurt you. Now let that pain become the seed of wisdom, strength, and spiritual growth. All right, so this card is one of the deepest in your whole reading because it reaches into a wound you don't always talk about, even to yourself. This is the pain you learn to live with. For some of you who can resonate, right? The pain you tried to be strong about, the pain you pushed down because you didn't want to slow down or fall apart. This is a trauma you didn't ask for, but somehow you carried anyway. Let's go deep into it. So, what this card is really talking about, Aries, is that there was a moment in your life, maybe recently, just recently, or maybe years ago for some of you, where something broke you open, right? This could be a heartbreak that changed you, betrayal from someone you trusted, abandonment or rejection, losing someone important, a major disappointment or a painful ending, a family wounds you grew up with, or a childhood emotional neglect, or feeling like nobody was ever truly there for you, right? And or a situation where you had to be strong when you were actually hurting, right? This wasn't just a bad moment. There was something that left a crack in your spirit, just like the crackpot on this card, right? But here's the powerful part, Aries. The water flowing from this crack becomes the nourishment for new life. So it becomes the soil where something new grows, something wiser, something stronger, something more aware, something more compassionate, something more spiritually grounded. So what this card means for your Aries right now is that you processed the pain, but you didn't fully heal the wound. Okay, you survived it, you kept going, you stayed strong, you acted like everything was fine, but the truth is that experience shaped you more than you realized. It changed the way you love, the way you trust, choose partners, set boundaries, give your heart, protect your energy, the way you show vulnerability, the way you allow intimacy, respond to conflict, or even handle disappointment. Now, this trauma created a subconscious pattern, and that pattern, for some of you, became this karmic loop. Now, the universe is breaking that loop now. And so, okay, another is your trauma became your philosophy, your armor, your identity. So I feel like a lot of you told this to yourself: I can handle it. I don't need anyone. I'm fine. I don't want to burden anyone. I'll deal it with myself. Or being vulnerable gets you hurt. Caring too much makes you look weak. Right? This was your survival mode for some of you. If not, a lot of you, maybe. Right? But Spirit is saying you don't have to live in survival mode anymore. You are allowed to soften, be supported, be loved, feel safe, receive, be vulnerable, and be human. Okay, be human. Your trauma taught you strength, Aries, but now your healing will teach you softness. And for some of you, you are transforming pain into power. This is the message of the tiny seedling in this card, right? If you can see that, going from the water that spilled from the broken pot. Mm. So your pain didn't destroy you, it transformed you. That's what this means. So it made you more intuitive, more spiritually aware, more emotionally intelligent, more discerning, more compassionate, more grounded, more resilient. Your trauma didn't weaken you, Aries. It initiated you. And spirit is helping you release these emotional residue. You don't have to keep carrying the anger, the disappointment, the hurt, the fear of being hurt again, the belief that you must be strong all the time, the feeling that you weren't enough, the emotional pressure you grew up with, the sadness you swallow and pretend isn't there. Your heart is being softened, not broken. That this card is saying it's safe now, you can let go. Aries, the wound you tried to hide is the exact wound that is setting you free. The emotional trauma you endured, the heartbreak, the betrayal, the abandonment, the disappointment didn't ruin you. It shaped you, it deepened you, it awakened you, or they. Maybe some of you have a lot of traumas, right? Anyway, it carved space inside you for more understanding, more wisdom, more love. You are not the same person who got hurt. You are the person who grew from that hurt. This is your phoenix moment, right? The rebirth after the burning. Your trauma planted a seed, and that seed is finally sprouting. Your heart is healing, your soul is expanding, and the universe is guiding you into a future that honors the strength it took to survive your past. All right, let's move on to the last oracle card. You have the heal the attachment wound. So it says here in the card, your worth is not tied to being needed. Let go of proving your value. Just be. Just be. Right? So Aries, this card is personal. It targets a core wound you've carried for a long time, often without realizing it. This perhaps is the wound that says, I have to be strong so people don't leave. If I'm useful, they will keep me. I need to be the dependable one. I can't show weakness. I'll do everything so no one gets disappointed. If I need nothing, I won't be abandoned. This is the attachment wound. And for many of you, Aries, it comes from childhood, early relationships, or your first major heartbreak. Now, let's unpack this gently but honestly, all right? Now, what this wound looks like in your life. This wound makes you, for those who can resonate, overgive, overdo, overfunction, overcompensate, carry responsibility that isn't yours, take on emotional labor for people, attract partners or friends who lean on you but don't support you, avoid vulnerability, suppress your needs, staying strong even when you're breaking inside, choose independence over intimacy, fear relying on others, feeling uncomfortable receiving, feeling undeserving of consistent love. This wound whispers, you must earn love. But you know what? That's not true. You deserve love simply because you exist, Aries, not because of what you provide. I hope and I pray that a lot of you, if you haven't realized that already, I hope a lot of you will realize it this soon. Okay, so let's take a look at the symbolism of this card. You know, the imagery shows it like a person is finally walking away, right? You can see that in this card. Aries, not running, not escaping, not being pushed out. This person is simply done carrying what weighed them down, right? And behind this person, it's like a bag full of tokens labeled loved. It says here um, needed. What's this? It looks like a star. It looks like it says here users. Yeah. So anyway, it's symbolism as its finest. These tokens, I feel like these tokens represents the roles, the identities, and expectations you've been trying to fulfill your entire life, Aries. And this card is saying you don't have to earn love through yeah, through being useful, like, or usefulness. You don't have to earn acceptance through performance. You don't have to earn worthiness by carrying everything. This is you walking away from survival based versions of yourself now. So let's go deep. Look at the bag. Look at that. Look at this bag. It's heavy. I feel like it's heavy. Maybe this is the reason why this person just left it there, because I don't want to carry that bag. It's heavy. So moving forward, it's overflowing, it's heavy, it's full of labels that never truly belong perhaps to this person or maybe to you. So I feel like these are identities placed on you by family, partners, past relationships, childhood dynamics, early trauma, toxic connections, cultural expectations, people who benefited from your strength, right? I feel like these whatever is in the bag, maybe perhaps stones or whatever, these are symbolic of roles where you had to be the fixer, you had to be the reliable one, you had to be the strong one, you have to be the one holding everything, you had to be the responsible for harmony. You couldn't show weakness, right? You were valued for what you did, not for who you were. And for some of you, if not a lot of you, Aries, this created a wound. If I stop carrying everything, will people still stay? Right? This card answers with a clear yes. The right people will stay. The wrong people will fall away. So, Aries, you are not needed. You are worthy. You're not a task. You are a person. You don't need to overgive, to overperform, overfunction, prove your strength, prove your worth, hide your emotional needs, be the capable one all the time, carry more than you share, keep everyone happy, earn your place, earn your love, right? Earn your seat at the table. Those are attachment wounds, not truth. Spirit is telling you right now, you deserve love even when you are not strong. You deserve love even when you're tired. You deserve love even when you're messy. And you deserve love even when you're not the one holding everything together. The cycle you're breaking is the karmic wound that has been repeating. You thought you had to be, again, the provider, the helper, the healer, the rescuer, the dependable one, the emotional support system, to be seen as valuable. But all that did was attract people who used your kindness. Emotionally unavailable partners in connections where you were the parent, right? Relationships where you carried most of the weight, right? Friendships where you were the therapist, or jobs where you were overworked and underappreciated, and dynamics where you were needed, not loved. So this card is saying to you right now, you're done with that. You're walking toward relationship where your needs matter, your emotions matter, your rest matters, your boundaries matter, and your authentic self matters. So the path that you're walking toward, Aries, if you look at the person here, and just like this person on this card, the person that's walking forward. So I feel like, look at this card. This person is walking into the sunrise. I would love to believe that, although, yeah, a new beginning, right? A new identity, a new life, a new emotional reality, perhaps for you. So this is symbolic of, for you, a healthy attachment, mutual effort, real love, right? Safe connections, reciprocated energy, people who don't depend on you, they choose you. Relationships where you don't have to shrink or sacrifice. So this is you stepping into a chapter where your presence is valued, not your productivity, not your usefulness, not your strength, just you. Aries, this card shows you, again, you're walking away from the life where you were loved for what you did, or what maybe perhaps what you have, right? And walking away or walking toward a life where you are loved for who you are. You are leaving behind roles, expectations, labels, and emotional burdens. And you're stepping into a new identity. Lighter, freer, more authentic, more emotionally balanced, more connected, more worthy, without you so much giving effort or so, struggling. This is the healing of your attachment wound. This is the return to your true self. This is you choosing you. So now let's move on to your tarot cards. But before we move into we move to your tarot messages, Aries, I just want you to let you know again, right? With this, again, with this oracle messages here, I can see or I can feel like your life is resetting from the inside out. Aries, all of these 5 oracles come together to tell you an undeniable story, okay, about you, about your life. You are stepping into divine timing where nothing feels forced anymore. Okay, what's meant for you is aligning effortlessly now, because you finally stopped carrying what was never yours to begin with, right? The delays you hated were actually protection. They were clearing space for a future built on the healed version of you, not the wounded one. And now you're shaping your future with intention instead of survival. You're done making choices from fear, pressure, or old patterns. You're choosing differently, and because of that, your timeline is shifting. You're co-creating the life you truly want, brick by brick, decision by decision. Your karma is returning, and this time it's in your favor. Every act of loyalty, kindness, effort, and resilience you gave, even when people didn't reciprocate, is coming back multiplied. Spirit is removing the takers, the drainers, the imbalanced connections, and you are stepping into balance again. Fear, aligned energy. You are healing emotional trauma that shaped you more deeply than you realized. You're no longer defined by the heartbreak you survived or the pain you pretended didn't hurt. That wound didn't destroy you. It awakened you. It cracked you open so your intuition, strength, and wisdom could grow, right? And finally, you're healing the attachment wound that made you believe you had to earn love by being strong, perhaps by being useful or self-sacrificing. You're realizing now that your worth is inherent. You don't have to overgive, overwork, or carry everything alone. Real love, spiritually, emotionally, romantically, is meeting you halfway. Aries, this is your karmic reset. You're releasing the past, reclaiming your power, and becoming the architect of a future that finally reflects your healed heart and evolved spirit. Everything you've been waiting for is aligning, not because you chased it, not because you became the version of yourself, but because you became the version of yourself who's ready to receive it. Now, let's move on to your tarot card. First, you have the Ten of Cups. This is your emotional fulfillment. That is not a fantasy. It's a future you're walking into. Look at that. Aries, the Ten of Cups. Okay, the Ten of Cups is one of the most beautiful cards you can ever receive in any reading, right? And for it to show up in your spread, especially after all the heavy karmic work you've been doing, is a massive sign that something in your life is shifting toward genuine emotional happiness. This isn't temporary joy. This isn't just a good moment. This is a long term fulfillment, stable love, peace, harmony, a future that finally feels like home. Now let's go deep into what this means for you. Number one, you are moving into a healthier emotional reality. You know, the Ten of Cups shows emotional safety, right? Something Aries, something you, Aries, rarely admits that you crave. You want loyalty, you want consistency, you want to feel chosen, you want to feel understood, you want to feel supported, not just tolerated. And you want someone or something that mirrors your effort and love. And guess what? This card says that that's exactly what you're stepping into. This is the no more chaos, no more heartbreak, no more uncertainty era for you. Another is a new sense of home, whether with someone or with yourself. Now, this card doesn't always mean marriage or family, but it can, right? More deeply, though, it means you finding a place, person, or path where your heart finally rests. Now, for some Aries, for some of you, this is this is emotional reunion, healing with a partner, or meeting someone who feels like destiny. Now, for others, this could be creating a peaceful home, meaningful friendships, soul family connections, or a life that feels emotionally stable for the first time in years. It's a feeling of, I belong here. This is safe. I don't have to fight anymore. Okay, another is your future is brighter than your past. The Ten of Cups is a future card, not a past card. It shows future happiness, future alignment, future love, future healing, future stability, future emotional abundance. It's a promise, a preview, a blessing in the making. Spirit is saying, you've suffered long enough, now let joy come in. And love is becoming healthier for you. This card often shows up when a soulmate is entering, a relationship is deepening, a wounded connection is healing, a karmic cycle in love has ended, or emotional reciprocity is coming, and you're finally attracting mature, balanced partners. This is a love that feels like peace, not anxiety. A love that is mutual, not one sided. A love where you feel safe, not guarded. A love where you don't have to shrink yourself to be accepted. And you are stepping into emotional alignment. This is the most important part, Aries. The Ten of Cups isn't just external blessings, it's internal alignment. You are becoming emotionally whole. You are healing your heart. You are breaking outdated patterns. You are attracting what you actually deserve, not what your wounds thought you deserve. This card confirms that you are no longer living from trauma. You are no longer settling. You are no longer repeating the old cycles. You are aligning with a future version of yourself who knows what true emotional peace feels like, right? So Aries, this is your green light from the universe. Your heart is entering a chapter of fulfillment, not fear. Love, connection, peace, and emotional abundance are finally within reach. Not somebody, right? But soon. You're building a future where your soul feels at home. And the universe is guiding you toward the happiness you've been seeking, often silently, for years. This is the ending you deserved and the beginning you're finally ready for. Now let's move on to the Ten of Wands. Aries, you have been carrying too much with this energy, and the universe is finally taking that weight off your shoulders. Okay, let's be honest. This card is your life story for the last few months. For some of you, Okay, let me know if you can resonate. Maybe even the last few years, even for some of you or a lot of you. The Ten of Wands shows you were exhausted, or you got overwhelmed, stretched thin, and holding everything together, even when you're the one who needed help the most. Not because you wanted to, but because you felt like you had to, right? You've been the responsible one, the strong one, the dependable one, and the one everyone turns to, the one who doesn't quit, the one who doesn't break. But this card is saying you are carrying burdens that were never meant to be yours, and the cycle, and that cycle is now ending. Now let's dive deeper. Okay, I feel like some of you took on too much, right? Emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Whether you realize it or not, you've been doing other people's work, absorbing other people's emotion, perhaps, or solving problems that weren't yours. Being the fixer, carrying the relationship, carrying the household, carrying the team, carrying the entire connection, carrying your family, carrying yourself through pain, holding it together when you were falling apart, and spirit sees all of it. This was survival mode. This was protection mode. This was the Aries instinct. If I don't do it, no one will, right? But now the universe is saying one thing: put it down, okay? And you can't keep living in this state of constant pressure. The Ten of Wands shows burnout, but not the obvious burnout, the quiet burnout, right? The kind where you feel tired even after sleeping. Your patience is thin, okay? Your body feels heavy. Your mind is overworked. Everything feels like a chore. The things you used to love doesn't excite you anymore. You feel like you're on autopilot. You haven't had a real break in forever. Wow, let me know if someone can resonate in that. Yeah, or where you're carrying emotional weight nobody knows about. Now, this card is saying you're not supposed to carry the whole world. You're supposed to live in it, Aries. And I also feel like you've been pushing towards a goal, but with too much weight. Aries, you've been trying so hard. You've been fighting for something, like a dream, perhaps, a relationship for some of you, a financial goal, a home, stability, personal healing, perhaps, or inner peace. But you've been fighting with unnecessary weight strapped to your back. The Ten of Wands says you're closer than you think. You're just exhausted from the load. Okay. The finish line is near, but you need help, or at least relief, right? And this is the karmic cycle the oracles talked about, right? Remember the oracle messages, right? Overgiving, overworking, being the strong one, observing everyone's needs, carrying emotional label, right? This is the pattern. This is the cycle. This is what universe is breaking in you. The Ten of Wands shows the exact moment a karmic burden is lifted from your shoulders. This is spiritual weight loss. This is emotional detox. This is finally putting down what isn't yours. And you're about to drop the burdens and rise again. Okay? This card is not about struggle. It's also about relief. So the moment after the climax, okay, the breathe after the storm, the sunrise after the long night, the Ten of Wands saying a cycle of overwork is ending. A period of stress is lifting. A heavy emotional burden is releasing. You won't be carrying everything alone anymore. Life is about to get lighter emotionally and energetically. Support is coming, balance is coming, peace is coming. You're not meant to suffer to succeed. You're meant to succeed because you're aligned, not exhausted. So Aries, you've been holding way too much, right? And the universe is stepping in now to help you let it go. This card is saying you no longer need to prove your strength. You no longer need to carry what isn't yours. You no longer need to be the one holding everything together. You're entering a chapter where effort is shared, love is mutual, life is lighter, support shows up. You receive what you need, and you can breathe again. You are not meant to live tired. You're meant to live fulfilled. All right. And the moment you put down the weight, your real blessings rush in. Okay, now we have the Lovers. A heart aligned choice is transforming your path, Aries. So the Lovers isn't just about romance, okay? It's about alignment here. Okay, it's about choosing what genuinely resonates with your soul and releasing what doesn't. And right now, you're being pulled towards something or someone that feels true, um, real, balanced, and spiritually aligned. This card shows you're choosing differently now, not from fear, not from loneliness, not from habit, not from trauma, but from clarity. You're making choices that honor your worth, your heart, and your intuition. And because of that, your entire emotional future is shifting. And healthy love is entering your life. For many of you, Aries, this signals a soulmate, a distant partner, a rekindling that's healthier, a relationship becoming official, or attracting someone emotionally mature. It's a kind of love that feels like peace, not panic. And you are aligning with people who match your energy. No more half efforts. No more one sided giving. No more connections where you're the only one trying, right? You're stepping into mutuality in love, friendships, family, and even work partnerships. And your heart is choosing from a healed place. This is the card that comes after the oracles about trauma and attachment wounds. So it shows your heart is finally choosing with wisdom, not wounds. This is emotional evolution. Now, let's move on to the judgment. This is your awakening that has begun. Okay? Aries. So, judgment is your divine wake up call here. This card represents a pivotal moment in your life, a spiritual turning point where everything becomes clear, right? This is the moment the universe is saying, rise. This chapter is done. A new one begins now. So, you are awakening from old version of yourself, right? The version that was carrying guilt, trauma, burdens, and emotional exhaustion. They're all gone. This is your rebirth moment, and your intuition is louder now than ever. You're not guessing anymore. You're knowing, you're sensing what's real, you're recognizing what's aligned, you're seeing what's for you and what's not. This clarity is breaking old karmic loops, and you're answering a higher calling. If not all of you, some of you. Okay, something in your soul is shifting, like your purpose, your direction, your identity, your priorities, your relationships, your inner wisdom. You are no longer living small or dimming your light. Okay, and this is the resurrection of your spirit. You've been quietly tired for a long time, but now your passion, motivation, and sense of purpose are returning in full power. Full power. All right, let's move on to the Five of Pentacles. Okay, you're healing the wound of being alone here with this energy, Five of Pentacles. Now, Aries, this is deepest wound in your whole reading. The Five of Pentacles is the emotional memory of abandonment, rejection, neglect, or feeling unsupported. This is the part of you that believed, I have to do everything by myself. No one really shows up for me. I'm always the one giving. No one understands me. No, love never stays. I'm on my own. Okay, but Spirit is bringing this card up because Aries, this wound is being healed right now. You're not meant to walk alone anymore. Support is coming, love is coming, help is coming, community is coming, connection is coming. And you are stepping out of scarcity energy. And this includes emotional scarcity, financial scarcity, spiritual scarcity, relational scarcity, and self-worth scarcity. You are entering a timeline of abundance, especially emotional abundance, and you are releasing the fear of being left behind. This wound used to control your choices, but now you're choosing from strength, not fear. And someone or something is coming in to walk beside you. And this could be a lover, a friend, or a soul family member, or a spiritual guide. You will no longer carry life alone. Now let's move on to the Ace of Wands, Aries, last but not least card. Ace of Wands. This is your new beginning, igniting now, or that ignites right now. So, Aries, this is your card, right? Your element, your fire, your rebirth. So, when the Ace of Wands appears, it means a surge of new energy is entering your life. Your spark is coming back. Your motivation is returning. Your passion is reactivating. Your inspiration is igniting. This is the finally I feel alive again moment, right? So a new chapter is beginning fast. So you can expect new opportunities, new passion projects, new creative ideas, new connections, new direction, new confidence. This is the universe opening a door, all right, and inviting you to walk through. You are being reborn with more fire and purpose. Whatever um tired you, drained you, whatever broke you, Aries, you're rising from it with a completely renewed spirit. This is the Phoenix moment hinted at it, one of your oracle cards, right? And your manifestations are coming in quickly. The Ace of Wands is fast energy. It brings momentum, progress, excitement, synchronicity, luck, and breakthroughs. And it comes when you least expect it. So, Aries, you are moving out of the heaviness of the Ten of Wands. Like, let's do some short recap. Okay, so, and into, again, fulfillment, emotional fulfillment of the Ten of Cups. You're making aligned choices with the lovers, awakening the judgment, with the judgment, and healing with the Five of Pentacles, and starting anew with the Ace of Wands. This is the end of your karmic suffering. You can claim it if you want in the comments. Okay, this is the birth of your new timeline. You're not just changing chapters, you're changing destinies. Okay, love is aligning, support is returning, passion is igniting, burdens are lifting, karma is balancing, healing is deepening, your future is opening. Everything in your reading says the same thing, right? I've been saying the same thing all over again, and I really do feel that your spirit guides want you to hear it over and over again, so that it was stuck in your, subconscious somehow. It will reprogram in your mind, so that you can really, I feel like the universe and spirit is really pushing you towards this. Okay, so Aries, your karmic cycle is ending. Okay, this is my prophecy. And your new life is beginning. Aries, let me tell you what your entire spread is all about. Screaming, you know what? You are not the same person you were even a few months ago. Something in you has shifted. Let me know if you've already feeling that. Some of you already felt that. Let me know in the comments. Okay, something in you has awakened. Something in you has broken free. Your oracle cards here show the inner work, and your tarot cards show the outer results. Together, they tell a story of a karmic cycle ending one and for all. All the delays you hated, like I said earlier, they weren't punishments. They were alignments. They were being prepared. You were being prepared, repositioned, and protected. You are no longer choosing from fear. You're choosing from clarity, and because of that, your whole future timeline is shifting. Okay, you are becoming the creator of your own future. You're not reacting anymore. Your karma is returning in your favor. You've healed a deep emotional trauma, and you're not carrying it in your future. You're healing your attachment wounds, right? So, Aries, this reading shows a complete karmic reset, mind, heart, spirit, and destiny. You're stepping into a timeline where your love is reciprocated, your effort is matched, your heart is safe, your burdens are lighter, your intuition is stronger, your path is clear, your soul is finally at peace. So, you know what's coming next? For you, Aries, you know what's coming next. It's obvious here in the like I already told you, it's happier, healthier, deeper, and more aligned than anything you've experienced before. I'm telling you, your story is about to change, and this time it's changing you in your favor. Now, before I want to end this, I forgot to tell you in the beginning that again this reading may or may not resonate with every one of you, Aries. So take what feels true and leave the rest. Now, if this message found you at the right moment, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another reading from me. From here, Sanghaya. And again, my name is Angel. Thank you so much for being here. And for those of you, if you are interested for personal private reading, all the information will be down below in the description box. Okay, see you in the next video, Aries. Take care. Bye.